Someday we'll get paid for this.
Hello, friends. It's time for Piggie of the Week. In an ironic twist, PFC Bradley Manning is finally in court. The same week, Time magazine names the protester as the Man of the Year. Manning, perhaps the single biggest protester of the year, is responsible for bringing to light some of the atrocities that the U.S. has perpetrated on Iraqi civilians. Yet, he is facing life in prison for his actions instead of receiving an award from a magazine.
At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war.
When President Bush and Vice President Cheney lied outright to the country to get us into this needless war in the first place, killing 4,500 Americans and hundreds of thousands of Iraqis in the process, our government said,
we need to look forward as opposed to looking backwards.
When Wall Street stole trillions of dollars from the citizens of this country and nearly caused a full-scale global economic meltdown, our government did not prosecute a single CEO. Instead, we hear,
we need to look forward as opposed to looking backwards.
But when Bradley Manning follows his conscience to show the world the war crimes and injustices that this country has done, we put him in prison for more than a year. Subject him to solitary confinement, make him stand for long periods of time naked and cold, and work to break his will through any means necessary. So much for,
we need to look forward as opposed to looking backwards.
All of a sudden, it's don't follow your conscience and fight for justice. Follow orders and keep your fucking mouth shut. While millions of us celebrate the birth of the man who is said to have died for our sins, let's take 1 minute to stop and think about Bradley Manning, who is also being crucified by American Pontius Pilates, ensuring that our crumbling empire can continue to make war, kill innocent people, and commit unspeakable atrocities, all without anyone knowing. Congratulations to the U.S. government and to the corporations and military-industrial complex that pull its little strings. You are our Piggie of the Week.
Break. Crazy Horse 1A, request permission to engage. Picking up the wounded.
This is Bushmaster 7, roger, engage.
1A, engage. Clear. Come on. Clear. Clear.
We need to look forward as opposed to looking backwards. Look forward as opposed to looking backwards.
Forward as opposed to looking backwards. Forward as opposed to looking backwards. Forward as opposed to looking backwards.